There's not much to say about this. I'm just really confused because there are so many errors in this account, and I just find it really weird that someone is trying to be me, I guess. First things first, I don't call myself Illumi, so I wouldn't have it in my username. And if the person who made this account is like, oh, well, let me just put it to I don't put Ivan on my username either. I wouldn't put that at all. I don't put any underscores in my username. Also, when typing everyone's, I put a comma. And also in my bio, I don't speak like this. I don't say, oh, everyone's obsessed with me. I would put something much different. Also, in my bio, I talk about rats. There's no rats mentioned in this bio. I guess the only thing that's viable is them reposting like 3 singular rat videos, but these rat videos in particular is something you can just search up, and then they could have just pressed the repost button. Also, not to mention, I wouldn't have a pink Demon Slayer profile picture on TikTok because I just don't. And also, the watermelon filters on TikTok, they don't really work for Palestine. The people who make those filters just keep the money for themselves. And I realized this later on, so I took the watermelons out my bio and just had the Palestine flag. So that's another call out. And when I searched up my username before, the account wasn't there, so that's how I know it was recently made. But that's why I chose to make a video about it now. And like I said, I don't really have much to say because what is there to say about this? However, this fake account does kind of prove my point because CEO says that they have so much evidence against me, but if you actually go through her Linktree thoroughly, you can see there's a lot of things that are really fucked up. Like, if you open the Linktree right off the bat, you can see that she has someone, like, going undercover to stalk me and see what I'm posting about. And you can see where Seal's friends are saying that I harassed them first. But the reason why the argument started is because Seal commented underneath one of my posts being very disrespectful towards my art style. And I guess because I didn't react the way she wanted me to, and I was acting pretty nonchalant about the entire situation, she went and made a video basically saying that I'm too cocky, I'm too narcissistic, and I should be humbled immediately. It was just really weird. But I mean, if we want to actually talk about harassment, we can talk about how CEO admitted to going into my comment sections and finding out who I interacted with the most to find out who my mutuals were.
Mention the people that we could tag. If their account wasn't able to be tagged, we didn't tag them. If they were under your comment section agreeing with you, we tagged them.
And to some of my mutuals who didn't really believe CEO or just didn't want to get involved with the situation, or just any mutual that CEO didn't like, she would put these very horrible accusations on them, either calling them a racist or just anything really bad you can think of. And this is a screenshot that CEO had sent me, actually. She said that someone from my school had messaged her. Whole time it's no one from my school. But to add a little context to the screenshot, C was basically saying that one of my mutuals is like manipulating my behavior. Mind you, I met them 3 months ago, and my behavior has been like this for like the past 16 years of my life. Like, I believe respect goes both ways. And here's some more evidence I have. From their own videos, too.
Saying the shootout. God testing like it's getting too crowded.
Illumi, why are you bashing another artist? Another small account, too.
Right off the bat, you can literally see that Seal's friend is speaking nonsense because they show my video first, but they don't show the original video that I was replying to, because there was a person online who reposted my art without my permission, first things first, and basically degraded my art style and said that I wasn't able to draw certain features properly, and that person wasn't even black. So I'm like, who are you? And not to mention, Miu's non-black as well, and they made a video trying to quote-unquote teach me on how to draw black people when I'm black myself. And I talked to them about this multiple times. They just basically ignore me. Not really surprising, but yeah. They basically said that I bully people who are like weaker than me or whatever the case is, which is not true, and it doesn't make sense at all.
Let's call the small account V. V made this post throwing shade.
Oh, okay. Right there, throwing shade at me first. They were disrespectful to me, disrespectful towards my art style, and I replied back. That is not me being mean. That's this entire situation. Siu threw shade at me first. I replied back to her comments, and then she started saying that I was being this big bully to her, and here we are 4 months later. Nigga said, "Why are people attacking you?" I wonder why. Maybe because a person said that I wasn't doing good on my Tiana drawing when they literally could have just made a Tiana post on their own, but they had to bring me up. And they made the post directly to prove that they were better than me and admitted it many times.
It's deserved.
Did you guys know that this video was made around the same time the argument had started? I mean, it just proves my point of Sio and Miui not really having much on me besides irrelevant screenshots and them calling it evidence.
Illumi has harassed so many people in the past and present.
What I think Miui actually meant to say is that I don't take disrespect from random internet trolls online, and if someone disrespects me, I will gradually give them the same energy back. That's not harassment. Because what I find really weird is how people think that they know me online just from like a few posts or videos. I could be on the damn moon for all people know of.
They get heated over minor things, play victim, accuse people of horrible things.
I don't really know if this makes me a sociopath or not, but I don't really get that much angry. I can get irritated sometimes though, but it's like, what would I get mad for? Because this is how I talk to Sio. Like, I don't understand. Does that mean I'm angry, you guys? Does that mean I'm like this big meanie to this person who's like 4 years older than me? Aww. Boo. And like I said many times, I'm not trying to play the victim because I'm not a baby. I'm stating how weirded out I am, like any normal person. And I don't accuse people of weird things. If you're just a weird person, I'm just going to say you're a weird person. That's on you. Because Sio makes things like this knowing that she has a younger audience. And she stated how she based her account off of a younger person, which isn't really surprising because she's tried to make herself appear younger on many occasions, which is weird.
I made the sale account after a younger artist expressed they were scared to post their art.
And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's a little unnecessary, but whatever. But I mean, it doesn't really hide the fact that Sio has made a thirst trap before, but likes to post my face without my permission.
Made out-of-pocket insults and use their large, following to attack others until they deactivate their account.
Well, first things first, I didn't just insult people for no reason. There had to be obviously a reason because people were disrespecting me, so I had no obligation to be respectful to them. I also personally believe just because someone has a certain amount of followers on like a main or an alt account, it doesn't mean they have to act a certain way towards another person just because they have lesser followers. Because at the time, Sio had around 400 followers and I had around 9,000. And Sio just kept saying that I was bullying her because she had little followers when that's not the case.
Their whole account is exposing whitewashers. So why did they say big features on PLC is a caricature?
On my alt account, it wasn't completely devoted to me being against whitewashing. It was just mainly an art account, and there was this one big content creator who got called out for whitewashing Tiana and making them like a light shade of pink. And I made a video basically disagreeing with him. My whole account wasn't dedicated to them, it was just one video. And Miui kept saying that my mutuals, my followers, kept coming to her page and kept being racist. I checked underneath her comments, and I saw the people who were commenting on her art. They were not my followers or mutuals. They were just people who didn't like her art. You can pause to read, but Miu's basically saying that the people who commented underneath her post, I was interacting with them when I wasn't. I probably liked maybe one comment of theirs and that was about it. That doesn't mean they are my mutuals. I can like anybody's comment if I want to. Like, I liked Nicki Minaj comments one time on TikTok. Does that mean she's my mutual? And in the second paragraph, Miu's talking about how somebody made like a 5-minute long video calling her art ugly and calling her art an over-exaggerated character, which isn't even racist. Like, if you search up over-exaggerated character, it's not even an offensive term. And I honestly don't know what it has to do with me because I'm not the one who did that. So, and then they're saying that someone who defended me called them a colorist and racist for the way that they drew Tiana and Naveen. I don't know about this, nor do I care, because it has nothing to do with me. But I do believe that the way we draw Naveen made him look African-American, even though he's Indian. And I never drew Naveen black. I was trying to do the Blacktober challenge, and I accidentally clicked the wrong photo. I meant to put this photo instead of this photo, so I had to like change it. Also, Miui said that thousands of Muslim people apparently contacted them and said that my drawing was offensive to all Muslim women, when there are Muslim women who are literally in the porn industry. And the way that I made Tiana was that she never worked hard in an alternate universe and she just married Naveen straight up and didn't just work at all. That was my alternate version. But Miui said that thousands of Muslim people came to her and said that was offensive. When there's a screenshot of Seal talking about how there was a group chat about my art and people were just analyzing it to find something wrong with it. Also, Miyu fails to understand that Tiana is already dark skinned, so of course she's going to have dark skin. So saying that I made her too dark is quite colorist. Quite colorist indeed.
Illumi and their followers use that word too often when bashing other people's art.
And whole time I never said anything racial about their art, and whole time my followers never said anything either. It's just people who don't like Seal or Miui's art, and then they assume that it has to be one of my followers or mutuals just because. These are the quote-unquote wide noses that Miui tried showing me because she said that in my art style I couldn't draw wide noses properly, so she was going to teach me to use references, and she only got like 3 out of 8 right. Also, I never called Miui's drawing masculine. Someone said that one of their drawings looked like Terry Crews, and I just liked their comment. That was about it. So just to sum it all up, if you see the account commenting or making videos, it's not me whatsoever.